The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you. Because I'll buy power-ups on games all the time, and it's your account, apples.
Wait. What? What, are you still playing Farmville? What are you? What?
It doesn't matter what game it is.
You're one of those people that has the free games and you pay thousands of dollars a year for, don't you?
Listen,
your wife.
I feel
not you.
I feel very judged. But yes, I've deactivated commercials on Card Shuffle Sword, Gold and Goblins, Beach Volleyball Circuit, Paper Delivery, Knockballs.
What?
Fishdom.
Is that a gay dating app? What is
it? It is Bridge Race, Bricks and Balls, Space Shooter, Eggs Incorporated, Monopoly Go, Stickman Hook, let's see here, Marble Master. So yes, I've spent a lot of money. Oh, and Love is Blind.
Scott literally downloads every game that has an ad on Instagram. All those fake games.
Not Instagram, but Facebook.
So Scott's phone, if you're listening, Grinder, Scruff.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios. It's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. The good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
That's right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family and number 3 by the Orlando Weekly Readers Poll. We are the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting, and it's where everything unfolds. You can connect with us on all of our social media links, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out all of our sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse and become a friend with benefits for as low as $2 per month. You can watch us record the entire episode live on our Discord. You have exclusive access to interviews, never before seen interviews, cutting room floor, and all sorts of other different content. Right now, we are streaming live on YouTube, segment 1. So give us a follow on YouTube, get notified when we go live, and also follow us on the TikTok, where we go live a lot, but not a lot for the next week. My name is Scott. I am the host. With me, as always, my extremely talented co-host, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Whatever happened to that Make-A-Wish girl that was on here?
Oh, stop it. The Jewish American princess, Sarah.
Hello.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
It's me. I'm a gay.
And our producer, Alex.
It's me, the guy who edits the podcast.
So, I mentioned I want everybody to follow us on TikTok. We've discovered the world of TikTok Live, and I am addicted now, Chris. I went live once last... What?
All I heard was dick, sorry. I don't know if it was... Dick
guy. It's the stream. It cut off. I'm addicted to TikTok Live. I went live on... When was my first live? Was that Tuesday night or Monday night? Monday night?
I can't remember.
It felt like forever ago because there's been so many ever since.
It was Monday night. I went by myself and...
That's usually the...
Stop. Got so many gifts. I was so excited. And then the 4 of us went live on TikTok last night for a little while. We figured we unlocked the creator studio mode. So that was exciting. And then, but that one didn't get us a lot of people weren't watching. So I studied the TikTok lives, Chris, and I've been watching a lot of TikTok lives. And you know what the ones that are the most popular are?
What's that?
People just standing in front of a mirror brushing their hair.
Oh, well.
Literally doing nothing.
That's some bad news for you.
I know, right? Literally standing there doing nothing and just answering questions as they're coming in. And or responding to people commenting. And I'm like, this is the dumbest thing. So I'm like, you know what? It's chaotic in my house right now. I'm trying to get my daughter ready for school. And when I say I'm trying to get her ready for school, just letting her get ready herself.
Right, sure, of course.
I'm washing the dishes. I've got the handyman installing exterior lights and fans and all that. The dogs are going nuts. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go live right now. And it did really well, of course. Like, it was our highest viewed live video of me doing the effing dishes. And super fun. So I'm like, I ended the live because it was getting a little bit too much. And I decided to go live again later. This time I was laying down on the couch with my dog because I'm like, you know what? Let me show my dog. And maybe people will watch, and people did watch. And you
had someone that I think was trying to get in your pants, Scott.
She was trying to get in my pants. She's a follower now.
Middle-aged woman complimenting your dogs.
Yep.
That's how you do it when you get to Scott's age.
Well, my wife thinks it's the dumbest thing. She's like, what are you doing? She's like, you are in your mid 40s. Why are you spending so much time on TikTok? So every time I find an older person that's going Facebook Live on, I'm like, look, this guy's older than me. So then, Chris has a brilliant idea. He's like,
it's brilliant. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. He's like, let me replay one of our YouTube lives. Let me just replay that on TikTok. That'll be cool. And I'm like, yeah, that'll be great. And I'm sitting there watching it on my burner account on my couch, and I'm, liking it and all that. And then all of a sudden it ends. And I'm like, well, Chris is dealing with the sewage guys and all that. So, he probably had to stop it. That's fine. But that's was
what we
fun.
just call people that live in New Jersey sewage guys.
So then Chris calls me. Did you call me or text me?
Oh, I called you. I was shocked.
Yeah. Chris calls me. Chris, what happened?
So what happened was we got our TikTok live privileges suspended for hate speech.
Oh. Hate speech.
Now,
hate speech.
Scott, I think I know what we got suspended for, but Scott ran with something else, and I just went with it because I knew that I could have been the culprit for said hate speech. Scott said, oh my gosh, we got cut off right when I started talking about the gay cruise. They're homophobic. Yeah. Like, I cannot believe this. Little did Scott know that 15 minutes before I said the word midgets twice. Now, listen, TikTok is owned by China. China has slavery right now. They are enslaving people. They have sweatshops. They're going to get mad at the word midgets. Grow up.
I don't think it was midgets. I think that they thought that I was homophobic and saying something negative about it being a gay cruise.
I mean, you are.
Because you know what? If you think that, Scott, I'm fully behind you.
And I'm like, have they not seen any of our other videos?
They need to be watching us and listening to us. I know. Why are they not listening?
Maybe.
We have 10,000 followers.
Right. We literally have some of the worst and most vile videos up there. I mean, PolitiFact did a fact check of our Joe Biden Elton John video. We literally make it so that it sounds like our president is blaming AIDS on Elton John. So that's fine.
Couple highlights that I do want to talk about. One, my most recent highlight of Scott going on TikTok live was when I was watching him today. He was laying in the sunlight, the sun was beating on him, and you could see one hair that was 2 inches long that he missed on his head.
Oh my God, my wife pointed that out to me.
I noticed that. I did notice that earlier. I was like, oh, you do have hair.
And I do have a screenshot that I will be posting on Discord. So if you want to see
Please do. I missed that.
Our Patreon. The other favorite thing that happened was on Scott's, I don't know if it was I think it was his first live. He's in a dress shirt and khakis. He goes live and is just reading stuff on the internet. So,
oh my God,
I got on my burner account, Jonathan Williams, which I use to troll people with, and I told Scott about this, but he's old, so he forgot. And
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And so I'm commenting with this Jonathan Williams account, and I'm asking Scott because I thought that he knew who it was. So I'm like, hey, how can I find your podcast? Do you guys have a Patreon? And all this stuff. And I even got him to the point where it's he kept saying Jonathan. So I told him, hey, just call me Big John for short. He's addressing me as Big John for the rest of the stream. And it wasn't until the very end of the stream that Scott realized it was me.
Yeah, Nick, I don't think you were watching.
I wasn't watching that one, no.
Yeah, the first one. I got so excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is a new,
Somebody
we're going to convert a new Patreon member.
Yeah,
he's obsessed with me, and I'm down with that. Like,
and he was pretty hot too. The picture was gorgeous.
Right. But he's sending gifts. Like, Chris, how much money did you spend sending me gifts?
$15 in one sitting.
$15, right?
Yeah.
Well, since we've started this, I have spent so much. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Scott, have you realized because you've bought way more than I have at this point? Have you realized that like when you buy maybe it's just me, but I'm buying these token things and it says $3 or whatever. But
right.
Apple's charging me like $7. Is that happening to you too?
My wife gets the bill. I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm kind of scared to get my bill.
Call from my bank.
No, in all seriousness, I did get a receipt for one of mine, and it was the correct thing.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't different.
Trying to just taxing me then, I guess.
Yeah, I never trust that notification from Apple when they say, because like I'll buy like power ups on games all the time, and it's like your account, Apple's.
Wait. What? What are you still playing Farmville? What are you?
It doesn't matter what game it is.
You're one of those people that has the free games and you pay like thousands of dollars a year for, don't you? Well,
Listen,
I mean, your wife.
I feel
not you.
I feel very judged. But yes, I've deactivated commercials on Card Shuffle Sort, Gold and Goblins, Beach Volleyball Circuit, Paper Delivery, Knockballs, Fishdom.
Is that a gay dating app? What is
it? It is Bridge Race, Bricks and Balls, Space Shooter, Eggs Incorporated, Monopoly Go, Stickman Hook. Let's see here, Marble Master. So yes, I've spent a lot of money. Oh, and Love is Blind.
Scott literally downloads every game that has an ad on Instagram.
I did
all those fake games,
not Instagram, but Facebook.
So Scott's phone, if you're listening, Grinder, Scruff. And can you pay for mine too, please? That'd be awesome.
Right.
But I have spent a lot of.
If somebody wants to donate too, I'll take it.
Right.
Because I'm tired of the ads. It's really, ads are horrible when you're trying to do like a hookup app.
Kind of a buzzkill, I would think.
Yeah. Wait, there's. I thought like the real apps don't have commercials.
There's ads on Grindr, and I get them, and that's where I learned about Monopoly Go. So thank you, Grindr, for that.
I just downloaded Monopoly Go.
I was obsessed for a minute.
Here's the most annoying thing is when the ad for a game shows a really cool game. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got to download this. And I download it and it's not that game.
It never happens. Yeah.
It's never that game.
Never happens. Yeah. That's like what happened when Rachel married you.
Speaking of sending gifts and money and all that, there is a little feature if you're watching this on YouTube right now. It's the little money icon, and it's like super chat or super thanks or something like that. Yeah. Look, that helps us out a lot. We really appreciate it. So do that.
And you can get free HelloFresh too.
You can get free shipping on HelloFresh. Absolutely. There's only 19 spots left on that one.
Or are there one left? Who knows?
Yeah, by the time exactly.
Well, it's 1 out of 20. Maybe there's one left. I'd like to believe that.
So far, just today, I put $30 into TikTok.
On these like 16-year-olds at Disney World.
No, stop! They're not six. No, they're adults. Stop.
You sent us one in the group text, and it's this guy, and the picture looked gorgeous for this guy too. I didn't even see his face.
You're welcome. Most of them are gay.
I logged in like 15 minutes. I assume so, so he had his arms very close to the other gentleman in the picture. I logged in like 20 minutes later, and the only thing that pops up is no new friends is donating all these roses. I'm like, you're sending roses to a guy that's on the Rise of Resistance ride.
I was doing it on behalf of you. But
and
I was reading your comments too. I was like, I scrolled up when you sent me that. I was like, let me scroll up to see what Scott was saying. He's like, Rise! I love Rise! And then you're like telling everyone how the ride works. Like, well, actually, sorry, but I love to watch these what if videos.
How they work videos.
That's paraphrasing.
My favorite is when Scott responds to himself on Our Lives.
Oh yeah.
So between No New Friends and Scott, they're having a full conversation. It's all him.
And it's his face.
The funny thing I just picture now is Scott is going to be going to the parks. He's going to be following these 12-year-old around that are TikTok living. He's going to be doing the exact same thing. Like, look what I can
do. They were not, none of them were 12. They were all of age. I promise. But
they were at least middle school.
Oh my God. But what I have found is if I'm engaging in there and I send them gifts and I follow them, they follow me back. Like we gained 20 followers on TikTok today just by me watching stupid videos. I did nothing else other than the dishes today. My wife is not happy with me.
That's a lot more than you usually do. She should be grateful.
I know. Can you wait to do this until after your vacation? Because I'd like to get paid. I don't need you guys like breaking up or canceling this trip.
Nick, here's the funny thing. I told my wife today because she always says I've got to check my email in the morning and like I've got to work for a half an hour each day. So today I said, hey, look, I know I give you a hard time about working on vacation. I said, but I'm going to need to work for an hour each day on our vacation. Yeah. She's like, really? She's like, you know, don't you have 7 other managers that can help you out?
Only 3, actually.
And I'm like, oh, no, not the real work.
This is my other job.
Yeah, I've got to go live on TikTok and YouTube for at least an hour a day. So we'll see how well that goes over.
Has she responded to you yet? Just walk away.
But you know what? I don't know if you guys have noticed. Anytime we have a new video come out on either TikTok or YouTube, I go to my other accounts and watch it from there and I comment. Sometimes it's just ha 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 or too funny. But then I'll go under the No New Friends account and I'll respond to myself and I'll start having a conversation with myself in the comments.
You're basically catfishing yourself right now.
I got into a very in-depth conversation, almost an argument once with myself. And then I forgot that I was chatting with myself. It's the old age thing again. But, you know, here we are.
Speaking of old age, I want to give a shout out to my husband. Today's actually his birthday as we are recording this.
Happy birthday, Sean.
I won't say his age, but he's older than me.
I was gonna ask that, older or younger? By how many years?
He's 2 years older.
Okay.
And I turned 40 this year, so if you do the math.
I'm not going to say it, but.
So he's my age.
That's how old he is.
Gotcha.
But with a lot more hair.
Sarah, how was your birthday?
It was good. No, I drank a lot. I felt like absolute crap the next day. We spent it at Game Time.
Oh, very fun.
Yeah.
Game Time is an arcade. Do you guys have Game Times up there? It's like a Dave and Buster's. No. It's like if you order Dave and Buster's on Wish, you get Game Time.
They have better drinks, though.
We have Chuck E. Cheese. That's about it.
Well, yeah, they got to have a pull somehow. Are you guys ready for Word of the Week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Praise your Savior, let him speak. It's Lord Remy's Word of the Week.
What is going on in the No New Friends podcast? What is up, everybody? It is I, Lord Remy, with your word of the week. Now, I chose this word because, you know, we can use this on a daily basis. I've been watching a certain show, and they've used this word so many freaking times. I don't know how long I can, put this off, but here we go, guys. The word of the week for today, for this episode, is use. The word use is a regional variant of the second person plural pronoun for you. It is often used in some dialects or informal speech, particularly in certain English-speaking regions. The word use is believed to have originated as a form of the pronoun you in some English dialects. It is commonly associated with certain regional dialects, particularly in parts of Ireland, Scotland, and certain urban areas in the United States. The use of use is informal and is often considered non-standard informal English. Its history is rooted
so it's not a real word.
Linguistic linguistic evolution and regional variations of the English language. So, like a bunch of Italians, they use it. So, like use, like it's more like use guys. You know, hey, how you guys doing, or how you doing? You know, it's more like how you doing. Except now you say use. So use, like what you guys want to do, or use. You know, like hey, how you doing? You know, something like that. The guys, here's your joke.
Not the word.
What is a 4-letter word in Italian for goodbye? Bang! And there you guys have it. That is your word of the week, and that word was use.
Oh.
This is Abby with the corrections to last week's word of the week and the words I'm learning in middle school. So last week's word of the week was Elasian. I have to side with Remy. It is a real word. However, it is pronounced Elysian, but it would be a very Remy thing to do, to pick a word that's not real. So I heard that my dad got the No New Friends TikTok suspended for a week for asking Nick if he was on a gay cruise. Dad, don't you know that you're not allowed to say gay in Florida? Did you guys know that in the old times gay meant happy? Well, my dad certainly knew that since he's from the old times. When you get your life unsuspended, here's a list of things that you can do. Eat Doritos in the microphone. Well, maybe Chris can do that. He already eats a lot in the microphone. Or you can blow vape smoke. Just give your account info to Lewis and Sarah. They always have a cloud of smoke around them. You could just brush your hair for hours. Oh, wait, better outsource that to Sarah. I see a lot of Disney people pretending to be at Disney. Sounds like a job for Nick. Finally, laying down next to a dog is always catchy. But from what I hear, that could be considered inappropriate for my dad to do. So I guess enjoy a longer suspension than Draymond Green. Did y'all know that Taylor Swift's boyfriend's going to the Super Bowl? I know a lot of y'all are going to be betting on the game. I bet you that Taylor Swift can make it from Tokyo to the Super Bowl on time. Yeah. Anyways, this week's middle school word of the week is Pookie. Pookie is a nickname which you call your best friend. Oh. Like, if I was Sarah, I would say, hey, Mary Jane, you're my Pookie. That's all for me, Slay Queens.
Oh, my goodness. That was amazing.
That was really good.
Chris is the only one that's going to get the Draymond Green reference.
Yeah,
I didn't get that one. But
he's a golfer that keeps getting suspended.
Or a basketball player. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can tell Nick is a soccer player. He's not going to know.
Sure. Sports, bro.
But Abby, thank you for the advice on TikTok. I will definitely take that under advisement.
Yeah, Scott. So speaking of TikTok, you had to appeal your ban. So what did you say to them? Did you say that you have a gay travel agent and it's all good? He's okay with it. We're okay with it.
I have a gay best friend.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny.
Once.
It's kind of funny. So we appeal it, and within 30 seconds, our appeal gets denied. And I'm like, well, that was a real
so quick.
Yeah, so quick. That was faster than. Never mind. So I am trying. There's no way to contact anybody on the TikTok. Like, there's not like a email for. So I go to support and like I'm digging and all that. It says report a problem, and like then it takes you to all these commonly search things, and I finally find where I can write, and I type them. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to find it.
Dear TikTok.
Dear TikTok. Dearest TikTok.
Dear President Xi Jinping.
About our recent suspension, or in regards to our recent suspension.
The subject.
Yeah. I was kind of to the effect of.
Did you press tab? Did you press tab to make sure it was indented?
Yes, indented.
Okay.
It was a business letter, so colon. I said, though I respect TikTok's commitment to providing a safe and hate-free environment, your suspension of us is a little bit off base, and let me explain. You suspended us for me questioning my co-host, was this a gay cruise? Well, the co-host that I was asking is in fact gay, and if you listen to any more of the conversation, you'll hear that we are celebrating the pageantry of a gay cruise. Therefore, it is the complete opposite of hate speech. In fact, it is love speech. I said, please consider reversing your suspension, and we won't bring up any topics of love or hate ever again.
To which they swiftly responded, it was actually your other co-host calling people midgets. Not once, but twice.
To which they didn't respond.
No.
And 5 minutes later, I do a follow-up response. Dear TikTok, me again.
Per my last email.
I hope this finds you well.
Please reconsider. And I go on and on and on. And I said, Nick is in fact gay. We were celebrating his culture. His husband we were talking about his husband. They're a beautiful couple, married.
It's his birthday.
I have an amazing 6-year-old. We're not hating on the gays at all. In fact, we love the homos, is what I said. So
I'm sure that went over well.
Yeah.
Denied.
We love them queers. Just not in Florida.
Yeah, just not in Florida. I think the people that suspended us were in Florida. So it's just it is what it is. But what sucks is, Sarah and I and Lewis were going to go live at Animal Kingdom next week, and our suspension gets lifted at 12:14 p.m. on the day that we're going to Animal Kingdom. And what do we know about Lewis and Sarah? They always have to leave at 12:30. So we're going to get a 16-minute live.
Yeah, but what do we know about Scott? He always makes us push it an extra 15 minutes, and then we're late to pick up the kids. So let's be honest. You have at least 30 minutes.
And also, just think about it too. Like Animal Kingdom at 12:30, it's gonna be like 800 degrees. So you're just gonna be dripping sweat. So it's just not gonna be pretty at all.
I'm wearing a hoodie and a beanie right now.
But Animal Kingdom is known to be. You guys did a study on this. It is significantly warmer. So
more tropical plants there.
It's going to be 800 degrees.
They retain heat, and they
radiate. Maybe
next week the high is 63. It's not going to be hot. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but alcohol will warm us up. Let's be honest. You're going to drink enough Bud Light. I'm going to drink enough tequila, and jackets are coming off.
Exactly. Okay.
So we're trying to gain followers, so keep the jacket on, Scott. Sarah, you're fine.
We're good. Yeah.
So I gotta. We have so much to get to because Nick's got to talk about Corgi Coin 2.0. Chris has a sewage update. What
do we bleep that?
Oh yeah, that's patented.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let me tell you what happened to me on Saturday. So on Friday night I have to close, and Friday is my Monday. I hate closing. It just, I was in a bad mood. So I don't get to sleep until about like 2:30 in the morning. Well, my dog, Ruby, the one that we're fostering, that's actually just now our dog, decides that she wants to get out of her crate at 6:30 in the morning. And I do the thing that all husbands do, and that's try to ignore the noises until my wife gets up and deals with it. I mean,
classic,
I know Chris does that.
Husband move.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Chris is
Alex got that.
I do that to my husband. What about you, Nick?
Oh, yeah, all the time, actually.
Okay, good. So we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
And then you just snore a little louder.
Exactly.
You just totally fake it.
It's like you heard something, but you're still sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. So all four of us are on the same page. Do you know who else is on the same page as pretending to be asleep so that the other person deals with it? My wife. My wife is
tag team in it.
Yeah, keen to that game. So I get up and I deal with the dog, thinking I'm going to take the dog outside.
Congratulations.
Stop it. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to take the dog outside. Let her do her thing. We'll go back upstairs. She'll go back in the crate. I'll go back to bed. No, this dog didn't even want to go outside. Like all she wanted to do was chase the cat downstairs. So by the time I finally get her outside, I'm now up and I'm like, no problem. I'll still take a nap. I'll take a nap from like 10 to 12. It'll be fine. No, Rachel has housework on the agenda. We're hanging blinds. We're doing laundry. We're doing all sorts of projects that we've been waiting 6 months to do. And she picks that day to do the projects. So I'm hot pissed off. Yes.
The only thing you were waiting for was the handyman to get there.
Right. Who showed up today to do the exterior lights and whatnot? Chris, have you ever had that happen to you?
Trying to say this because my wife is pregnant. I'm trying to say this in a way that won't offend anybody, but yes, this has definitely happened. You know, wrestling pay-per-view might be on that I forgot to mention 45 times, and she might have just, you know, that piece of furniture she ordered 3 months ago that's been sitting in the mud room makes its way out to the living room. And on that specific day that you actually want to leave the house or you want to watch something on TV, makes its way over there, gets sliced open conveniently after 3 months of it just sitting there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's hypothetically, that's probably happened to everybody.
Right. Here's the interesting thing. I want to go to Sarah and Nick real quick, because in Sarah and Lewis's household, there's an interesting dynamic. And in Nick's household, it's two dudes. So Sarah, tell me about your scenario. Is it Lewis pushing the work, or are you the workhorse that's putting people to work for free?
No, you're actually going to hate my answer, honestly, Scott.
Of course. I
feel like my husband works incredibly hard every day, and so I want to make sure that I get everything done. That's my honest opinion. I hate asking him to do things because I just feel like he works really hard.
Lewis is in his computer chair making TikToks. His fingers must be so tired.
He's got a lot of thumbs up. He's got a lot of thumbs up to give on Wednesdays. There it is.
Listen, the poor man comes home.
Lightsaber all day.
He comes home like covered in pizza sauce, okay, because he works at a pizza restaurant now, and he's just like, he's so tired, and I want to make sure that the house is nice and clean and everything's done. And sometimes I slack off on that, and he's like, "It's okay, I got this. Don't worry." But
either one of you have a business card? I would love to employ either one of you to help clean up.
Or to just, they could be consultants for our wives. So
I'm not going to say that. I am not going to say that.
But what if you need to hang up like a TV or hang up some blinds or whatever? I mean, how does that work?
I live in an apartment, so
okay.
I call maintenance. No, and I don't touch electronics because that is his forte. So sometimes
we
he'll ask
noticed the
me to
TV
move
still sitting
something.
on the background.
Yeah, well,
like 2 months ago.
I really just want something
right
for you guys to point out every week is my paperweight. So I leave it there for comedic purposes.
Like Scott's Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
sign.
it's not Halloween anymore, but there's the Beetlejuice side.
This is your non-working TV.
Nick, in your house, tell me about it.
We don't let Sean handle tools.
Scott, so you're off limits, Scott.
He's not allowed to touch a hammer, screwdriver, any of those things. So yeah,
really funny.
He got me a really awesome picture for Christmas to hang up in our bathroom. I love Schitt's Creek, and he found this really awesome poster. It's been sitting next to the bathtub since Christmas. I finally got it hung up a couple days ago because he can't use a nail and a hammer. It's apparently difficult to do.
All right. So you don't push him to do housework like after he's closed or something and no sleep?
I don't push him because I don't want him to push me back, because I work from home and he knows that. And he's tried to use that to his advantage of, since you're there.
Yeah, since you're not really doing anything.
Yeah, since you're just sitting there.
Yeah, Nick, that's a very common thing in my household as well.
So I'm still getting used to this whole working from home thing, because this was never my life ever until like a year ago, and it took him time to learn that when I'm sitting in my chair working, I'm not going to get up unless there's snacks involved, or dick, or all the above.
Yeah, I just assume that you and Chris are not doing anything all day. And then when you don't respond to my text or my phone calls, I get really angry because I'm like, I know they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there.
it's funny because like I'm either doing nothing at all or I'm like doing 3 oil changes, changing 4 tires, and like swapping out a transmission of in a car. So it's like there's never any in between. So either I'm ignoring you or I'm busy, and you just never know.
I like that he calls hanging out with me doing an oil change. So.
That was good.
If that doesn't get us kicked off YouTube, I don't know what will.
So the next day, I'm closing on Saturday. I had a terrible day. So
really asked.
So I wake up and I'm in a panic because I'm thinking it's like 9 a.m. and I don't like to sleep past 8 or 8:30. Like 8:30 is really pushing it for me. So I'm thinking it's 9 and I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God, I slept for too long. Like none of the dogs are there. She's gone. And I'm like, oh my God. So I get up and I look at my phone. It's not 9 o'clock. It's 12:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
like
that sounds amazing.
Other than a nap, I haven't seen the other side of 12:30 sleeping since like college and being extremely hungover. And I come running downstairs and I'm like, why'd you let me sleep that long? She's like, yesterday you were insufferable. You needed to sleep. So anyway, so Nick, you've started a new reward system at your house for Piper. How's that going?
Yes. Not great. She's learned how to cheat the system with it. So, Sean and I were... Let me tell you a story. So, how much time you got?
Picture it, Ohio 2024.
Picture it, Ohio 2024. So we have a chart hung up on the door, and it basically says, like, if you make your bed, you get a point. If you take out the trash, or trying to start that at this age, take out trash, you get a point. She still sleeps in a diaper because she sleeps very hard and she wets herself. So we're trying to.
So does Chris.
Welcome to the club.
Chris is like, wait, I can get rewards out of this. So,
Alex, don't cut that.
We're trying to train her essentially to stop sleeping in a diaper, and we're like, we'll give you 5 points if you get that. We've not accomplished that yet. So she was up to 6 points the other day, and we have little pictures of what she can turn them in as prizes, so kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, essentially. So she can turn it in for a Barbie, a Lego, a trip to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, nice.
Time in the hot tub. So we got some fun things on there. A play date with her friends. So just trying to reward her and make it fun to hang out with your friends, I guess. Maybe. Can you guys reward me to hang out with you? I had an epiphany there.
Scott was working on that, but he got us banned from TikTok.
That's true.
I was trying. I said, we had a meeting the other day and I said, look, it is my goal to retire all of you. No, not like, Italian, like, how do you say goodbye? Bang. I want you guys to be able to retire.
Oh, that makes more sense. So I forget what was happening. She was, I think we're getting ready to go to bed. And I was like, she was like, I don't want to go to bed yet. And I was like, well, it's time for bed. You have school tomorrow. And I was like, listen, I'll let you stay up a little bit longer, watch an episode of Bluey. If you go, do one of your chores, so you can get a point. So I'm like, you'll get a point. You can watch Bluey and then we'll go to bed. She decided she didn't want to do any of that. She didn't want to do the chore to watch Bluey. So she took a point off herself and just went up to bed. Yeah. So she's like, you know what? I give up. It's not worth the chore. So I'm just going to take a point away.
That is the least surprising thing I've heard tonight.
So we're definitely going to be in trouble when she gets older.
I don't think you have to wait that long, Nick.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
She's got us wrapped around her fingers, but we love her.
Meanwhile, I'm taking like very intense notes. Very intense notes.
And that's why I wanted to bring it up. I'm like, I know you're having a baby soon. Like, you're going to be asking all these parenting tips because it's a continuous learning curve. It's been 6 years, and I thought I had it figured out. But no, she has me figured out, and that's the problem.
The issue I'm having now is just buying too much. I'm so excited. It's my first kid, and it's a girl, so it's like you want to spoil them, right? So I'm buying all these outfits. I'm already up to like toddler sizes. Like I'm already like going into the like I'm being enabled by my mom, who's a first time grandparent. We're at box lunch the other day, and it was buy one get a couple free, and so I found this really nice Disney shirt, and it was 3T. I was like, this is going to be too big. She's like, no, just get it. It's okay. It's okay. Just get it.
She'll grow into it.
She'll grow into it. I was like, okay. You don't have to tell me twice. So I wasn't paying for it. Like I said before, like I say one thing, this would be nice if, the baby could have this. Whip, the credit card just pops right out of the wallet from my mom.
So you're pre-hoarding. Is what you're doing.
Yeah, actually I am. I'm you know what? I'm pre-hoarding stuff. I'm starting to pre-hoard baby hangers because you can't really use a regular hanger for baby stuff. So you got to pre-hoard.
I need to send you
hangers.
ours because we're growing out of ours.
Listen, you have my address.
I just got rid of all of mine.
I
didn't
Sarah,
I didn't get rid of them. I didn't get rid of them. I
they're in your
moved
pile
them.
To get rid of. Yeah,
Right. I moved them.
You guys have my address, and I will gladly take any baby hangers.
Sarah, do you guys have a reward system for the girls?
I did at one point, but not really. They're actually very good when we ask them to do things. I mean, they're older now.
Of course they are. Of course. They're perfect little angels.
You guys are a TV show.
Yeah, it's a perfect little relationship. And
it's Full House over there.
Yeah, it is. It is with the violins
it's
and everything.
Full House.
Yeah.
Well, listen, today I told the oldest, I said, hey, how about this? Take a shower. She was FaceTiming her friend. I said, go and take a shower while dinner's cooking. And then when everything is done, you have all this time after the fact that you can FaceTime with your friend. She goes, well, I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
Oh.
I said, no, you really don't. And she's like, okay. She gets up and she goes to the bathroom. Like, there's no argument. There's just sass. And then the youngest is like, it's complete opposite. She's just like, okay, sounds good. Perfect. In the shower, out of the shower. No big deal. But we did have a system. They banked some allowance because there was no Corgi Coin. Actually, shockingly, guys, I gave out money. So they have a piggy bank full. And I think once they hit their goal of $100, they were like, yeah, no, never mind. We don't care about allowance anymore. So they're sitting on $100 right now for a few years straight.
I'm sitting on $100 for someone to ride Tower of Terror that I'm still sitting on.
Well, maybe when you're unbanned from TikTok Live.
There we go.
We'll go back to that.
Scott, do you have a Rest in Peace the Queen shirt on? What is that?
No, it's King. It's a Mardi Gras sweatshirt because, here's a funny story. So Nick called me out this morning because when I went on TikTok Live, I was wearing the same sweatshirt that I wore last night.
I noticed that.
Francis probably noticed it too, Scott.
Yeah. But I didn't see anything wrong with that. I'll wear that thing for forever straight. It's a sweatshirt. Who cares? So literally right before going,
people don't sweat in Florida.
Not right now. It's cold.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
so right before, and Chris, this is why I wasn't on the screen when you came on. I had to go change my sweatshirt real quick. So I'm like, okay, I got to find another hoodie. So I found my Mardi Gras King sweatshirt from Universal Studios.
When I found a camera, you can't wear the same thing twice. And
does Rachel have the queen?
No, my daughter does because she's the queen of this house.
That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, my wife it says I'm the bank on hers. The money sign. It's the Bank of Rachel. Open 24/7.
I want to say, as your resident homosexual, I might just have to remind you to dress better on the social media and TikTok because as a gay person, I can't let you wear the same outfit twice.
Okay, all right, my bad.
I make sure I actually do that. I look to see what outfit I'm wearing the week before, so I don't wear it again the week after. I don't want to get made fun of by Nick. Or he'll never make fun of me directly to my face, but he will think about it.
Right.
And I'll be like, Sean, can you believe that Chris wore
I made a girl
last
cry one time because she literally asked me if she should have her hair like down to the side like Sarah's, or have some like down in her face. And I was like, put it out to the side so that you have a beautiful face. And she started like crying because I told her what she asked. So I will judge you. So don't wear that ever.
That's funny. If you go back and look at like our YouTubes or just different recordings, I'm wearing the same shirt in a lot of different recordings. Maybe not in the same week span, but like I have so many shirts, they don't get rotated, and I'm always pulling from the top because I'm not gonna pull from the bottom. Those shirts never get worn. So Captain America, my Captain America shirt, I wear a lot. My No New Friends shirts, I wear a lot. So that's why like I made a concerted effort. I'm going to start wearing those Hawaiian shirts or the multi-print shirts so that I can kind of keep track of which ones but I haven't worn those in weeks. But anyway, are you guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Can't wait.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us two news stories. One is from Jersey, one is from Florida. It is up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan coming to you from the... What was that? Oh, a Venmo. So what do you know? I go on strike for one episode and Scott immediately sends me the money for that gift card. He's been sending me a lot of invisible ink messages, but I think we need to teach him what airdrop is. He still thinks it's what we did with all of the Mary merch that we had left over. There's a bunch of Gambian kids down there wearing old NNF t-shirts. Anyways, hey guys, this is Ryan coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom located this week at a hair salon. I was supposed to meet my wife here, but is that Sarah? Wow, Sarah, you got some color. Don't get too much color or Scott won't let you on the podcast anymore. I wonder if she's financing this haircut. Leave it to our resident Jew to find a way to make payments on a pair of jeans. No, I've been hearing Sarah finances everything. I mean, everything. Everything. Sorry, I don't know why I've been saying it like that. Anyways, what's that picture of Sarah showing her hairdresser? Oh, it's a wiggling dick pic. Gross. What's that sound? Oh, it's Nick. Nick can tell from miles away when someone's showing a dick pic. Talk about Gator. Nick knocked over that chubby homeless kid and he blasted through the door like that. Let me help him up. Oh, it's you, Chris. It's nice to see you're able to break loose from that shit-crusted office chair that Scott has you chained to. Between your hoarding and shit-crusted carpet and your weight gain, camera crews from Hoarders and my 600-pound life must be having a turf war in your driveway. Scott just walked in. What is he doing here? He just asked a lady at the counter for the bulldog. I don't know if he wants a haircut like the musician or if this place is running some kind of underground canine brothel. I'm not going to stick around to find out. So while I duck out of here, let's get into this week's Florida Man and Jersey Man. And for our first story, a man is killed by a bird.
Whoa.
And for our second story, 2 angry chickens are arrested at McDonald's the day after the new sandwich arrives.
All right. So we've got a man killed by bird and angry chickens at McDonald's. When I laugh that hard, I can't see. It's almost like going blind from my diabetes.
That's the glaucoma.
Yeah. Holy crap. That was well worth the wait.
Why were we in a hair salon? I don't even know if that was addressed.
Because
we were in a hair salon that whole time.
Because Sarah showed
Sarah showed the DP.
So I was laughing so hard. I can't hear when I laugh so hard. It's like the sense that goes for me is my hearing.
All right. So, Sarah, what do you think? You got man killed by bird or angry chickens at McDonald's? Which one's which?
I can't even begin to guess. I'm just going to say man killed by bird is Florida.
Okay, Nick.
I have no reasoning behind it.
Perfect.
I know this is a very difficult one, and
there's no tells.
Yeah.
Sometimes the more obvious tells, he's playing with us.
Because the stories were very short.
Yeah.
I feel like the man killed by a bird would be Florida because he's old and he just saw a bird and was like, just take me.
Chris?
I think the man killed by a bird was Florida. I think it was because I think birds are bigger in Florida.
So I am going to agree with I think all of you. I'm going man killed by bird is in Florida because we do have large birds here, but also we have a lot of, well, they make a lot of money on the taxes and they get these stupid parrot birds and they teach them all sorts of tricks. And I bet you the parrot bird killed the person. So I'm going to say man killed by bird, Florida, angry chickens at McDonald's, New Jersey, because really everyone's angry in New Jersey. All right, let's find out the answers.
It's true.
So our first story is from Florida, where a 75-year-old man was attacked and killed by a bird called a cassowary, which is a flightless bird that can stand over 6 feet tall, or 2 Chris Yops. I reached out to the dead man, but he was unable to comment. So that means our second story is from New Jersey, where some angry chickens were arrested at a McDonald's after the restaurant complained they were wreaking havoc and harassing customers. The incident happened the day after news broke that the popular fast food chain was launching 3 new chicken sandwiches next month. This reminds me of a joke. Why did Scott cross the road? Because there was a black guy walking towards him. And in other news, a Canadian hockey announcer was almost struck by a puck while calling a game. Listen closely and see if you can catch when it happens. It's very subtle.
There, and now Murphy. Murphy throws the pass across. And that puck's going to go out of play here, and that's going to do it for that sequence right there. 9:25. Let's go. I apologize if I just damaged your eardrums there. It went right over the mesh, right over my head. So I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
Did you catch it? It's funny because Scott makes the same noise when black things come at him too. And before I do want to wish a happy birthday to Nick's husband, Sean. Well, Sean, I hope Nick does that one thing he always says no to for you. And that's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Wow, very good.
Bravo. I wasn't going to say I didn't miss you last week, but this one made me miss you a little bit.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Nick, is there one thing that you say no to?
No.
You don't have to tell me what it is, but...
No.
Okay. He's your dude. We don't say no.
Seafood? I don't... Yeah.
So... And,
I mean...
I have a question for you, Nick, but I'm not going to ask you till after the recording ends. So only our Discord members are going to be able to hear the question and answer. It was something I thought of in the shower, ironically enough. And so if you want to hear stuff like this, you can join our Patreon
or join Chris in the shower.
Or join me in the shower. I'll tell you
Where's my invite?
Yeah. I do have it is serious. It's a good question too. I think you might even be intrigued by this, but anyway, I digress. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So, Chris, going back to the TikTok things, after the first live, when I figured out who Jonathan Williams was,
yes,
I texted you and I said ass, and you immediately FaceTimed me.
I did, yeah. I did.
And I'm getting concerned because from that angle, you're starting to morph more and more into Jabba the Hutt. And
yeah, that's true. Actually,
have you weighed yourself recently?
So. I was running out of my anxiety medicine, and my
so I know a way to unanxiety you is stand on a scale.
Well, here's the thing. So I go to all my my orthopedic appointments for my I don't really want to tell the story, but I did tear my Achilles tendon back in the summertime.
Oh my God.
And I'll save that for the Patreon members as well. So they never do any, like, my biggest fear.
Look, we just had 3 people drop from Patreon.
I've never talked about this, but my biggest fear at the doctor's office is the blood pressure machine. When I was in,
what the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know. I don't want to get I have a high score for it too. It's like 190. It's like 193 over 110.
I don't think you want that.
It's like,
pretty sure you don't want that.
And it's like
I beat last time's score.
So I have this this thing that they call white cloak syndrome. No, white coat syndrome, not cloak syndrome. Wow. That was a really bad botch.
You sure it's not white cape and hood syndrome?
So it's a white coat syndrome. It's when you see a doctor, you start to freak out. And so I have this white
Chris,
coat.
if you see a bird, you start to freak out. If you see an ant, you start to freak out.
Listen, I'm just glad they have a title for it. I'm just glad they have a title for it, Scott, to make me sound like I'm a normal human being. So whenever like, those really nice nurses come in and they're trying to like, you know, they're talking to you, how was your day? This, that. I go, hold on, I have white coat syndrome. And they go, I'm not even wearing a white coat. I was like, it doesn't matter. You're in scrubs. It's scary enough. So anyway, as I do have a high score. The blood pressure thing's crazy. In 7th grade, I was sent to a cardiologist because of the raised heart rate, the raised blood pressure. Like, why is this 7th grader's blood pressure so high? And when I go to the cardiologist, he says, why is a 7th grader in my office right now? He sounded exactly like that. And I was like,
was your doctor
sir,
Morgan Freeman?
I was like, sir, I have white coat syndrome. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, that never happens at my orthopedic appointments. And so I go to my anxiety. That's the great part about going to a psychiatrist is that like you can be crazy. It's like I don't even have to explain the white coat syndrome. They take my blood pressure like 185 over like 100. Like, oh, okay, you're good. It's one of the lower ones we've had today. And so it's like I don't even explain I have white coat syndrome because they already feel bad for me that I'm there. So I after I handed back the coloring book and I walked over to the scale and I step on the scale and now listen, I don't want to
doctor immediately says we need to bring in another scale. I
don't want to make this seem like a big deal because I was wearing all my clothes. I was probably wearing a jacket. I was wearing a mask because they made us wear masks. So it adds a little bit more weight. I was wearing sneakers, my glasses. I haven't cut my hair in a while. Adding it all up. My weight was 189 pounds.
Is that it?
It was 189. Before my injury, I was like at 140. So it's like,
what?
So it's like,
how tall are you again?
5'6". Like I'm morbidly. I think I'm morbidly obese. So anyway, I haven't looked it up because I'm afraid to look. I have Google search syndrome as well. So anyway, so at first I was kind of upset, but I was like, I give myself some grace. I was like, I can barely walk, let alone do anything else. So I gained some weight. My coping mechanism from this injury was McDonald's. Even before the injury, it was McDonald's. But anyway, so I come home and I was like, Emma, you won't believe this. I weigh 189 pounds. She's like, and she didn't really make a comment. She's like, I've gained a lot of weight too lately. I was like, well, you're pregnant. Like, you're supposed to be. I'm not. Right? So it's like, I hate when she, especially these days, I hate when she compares her weight gain to mine. It's like, okay, well, I'm not growing a human being inside me.
Right.
I have like,
and really, Chris is like, okay, can we focus on me for a minute? Let's talk about my weight gain.
All I'm growing is like regret and depression when I gain. So anyway, I'm at 189. So then what do you do? What do you do when you're 189? You have to change your lifestyle. You have to start joining a gym like Nick has, like Nick's posted. Nick's inspired me.
I went to the gym twice this week.
I saw, and I want to talk about that.
I drove by today.
I want to talk about that a little more because I need some advice from you.
I drove by a gym today. I'm going to be pretty sore tomorrow.
I've never heard that one before, Scott. That was funny.
It's a new joke.
So I do want to ask you some. Wait, Sean just put in the chat. Chris is making me realize I'm a chubby chaser now. And then Ronnie goes, "Damn, I weigh less than Chris, and I'm lazy."
Way to make him feel better, Remy.
So thank you. So anyway, maybe Remy, you can fill in for me if I die of obesity. So anyway, so 189, got to change, got to make a change. But not yet, right? Because I'm so close to 200. Like I will probably never be this close again, right? So I was like, I'm so. So I came home and the first thing I said is like, I'm 189 to Emily. She's like, you got to give yourself some grace. You've been hurt. You can't move. I was like, I think I want to try to get to 200. Like I really think I want to try to do this. I think I want to push myself to 200. And I was like, that's like, I don't know when I'll ever get this close. It's like when you're gambling and you almost get to that like 1,000 that you're up, right? You just keep pushing. You end up losing it all, but you try anyway. Like you try to get to that 1,000 because you got to see that 1,000, right? So I think I want to see that. I just get a message in the chat by Michael X. Don't get to 200, Chris.
No. I'm telling you, once you get to 200, it's really difficult to get under 200. And the first time you see 199, you immediately get a Big Mac.
Well, I think. Well, that's the thing too. It's like I'm so far gone. I might as well just get this this Big Mac today. They actually came out the double Big Mac. I can't wait to try that one.
A double Big Mac.
I have a double Big Mac. Yeah, they put extra sauce in there too. And so, thank you, Michael X. He says he's 180 and he's 4.5 inches taller than me. Thank you. But listen, I've been hurt. I can't walk. I was just diagnosed with another injury the other day, which I won't talk about today because it's just too much for me to talk about.
Wait,
myself
what? Maybe you do need to lose the weight.
Okay.
This is an intervention.
Listen, really quickly, I'll tell the story. I graduated from physical therapy. My physical therapist is like, listen, we're not where we want to be yet, but 3 more months of this, I think you'll be okay. I was like, he's like, but if you're not, give us a call. I was like, oh, so there's no guarantee. So I have this really, really bad ankle pain in the front of my ankle. The Achilles injury is in the back of your ankle area, right? I have this really bad pain in the front. So it's like, it's probably not normal. So I asked the physical therapist, like, what's wrong with me? They're like, honestly, I have no idea. You should probably go see your surgeon. So I go see the surgeon, and he's doing all these tests on me. And he was like, okay, I know what's wrong with you. You have a, whatever the medical term was. And he says, it is way more common in women my age. And he's like 50. I'm like, oh, so he's like, and he looks at me in the eye and he goes, but you're my special patient. Like, oh, that makes me feel so much better.
He says, you are the first male patient that I am diagnosing with vaginitis.
Not only the first male patient, Scott, the first male patient that's not middle-aged. And almost at 190 pounds, I might be middle-aged. Right now.
Right?
So
I'm gonna have to find a new funny guy.
So I have I have a brace on my ankle that I have to wear. I have to sleep with it. I have to wear it 24/7, except for showering. So still for me 24/7.
Hold on. Ryan in chat just said, "My God, Jesus came back from the dead in 3 days. Chris can't get over his ankle in 3 damn years."
Sarah, how's your hand?
Thank you so much for asking. I'm healing a little quicker than Chris, apparently.
But anyway, I'm obese and I'm injured. I digress.
Poor Sarah freaks out if she gets close to 100. She hasn't seen the other side of 100.
No, I have been like fluctuating between 110 and 115 since like middle school. And we took the girls to the doctor last week, and the oldest weighs 10 pounds more than me, and she's completely healthy. She is within normal weight range. So I don't know what to do about it now. I gotta start eating more.
Yeah. I weigh like 160 pounds more than you, Sarah.
Hang out with us. We'll fatten you up.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So the chat's been on fire tonight, and like Chris said earlier, if you're not part of our Patreon, please go join because our chat is hilarious. And my husband is in the chat tonight, and he brought up something that I totally forgot about. So I need you guys to move because I'm gay.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
So apparently I was wrong. Sean, you can keep this recording if you need to say that I was wrong. There is something that I say no to.
Okay.
In our sexual life. I couldn't think of anything in our sexual life because I'm the more adventurous one. I say no to tossing the salad.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't toss the salad. I've smelt farts before and they aren't a turn on, so I'm scared of that.
Hold on.
Do straight people? Do you straight people?
No, but I don't toss any salad. Just look at me. I just told you I was just gonna say
the salad scare me.
Pounds. Yeah, but it's like just
before salad tossing in the gay community is a very big.
Sarah,
deal.
do you know what tossing salad is sexually?
See, I've heard it before, but now I'm questioning whether I know what it means.
Like a rim job?
Yes.
Oh,
a rim. Your butthole.
No, thank you.
Your TikTok.
Oh.
I feel like there's just way more that you can be doing than doing that.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's necessary.
It's pleasurable. I enjoy having it done to me.
So
it's not something that I enjoy doing.
So Okay. Yeah, as Ryan said in chat, you lost Chris at the word salad. That
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's no. So I guess the question is, it's Sean's birthday. Do you say no to that? What if he just showered? Like
I've tried it.
Okay.
All right.
I
good for you.
I licked it. Yeah.
It did nothing. Did nothing for you.
No, I was good after that.
Sean just explained it. Now I understand. He said it's an appetizer per se.
And he also followed that by saying, "Eat my butt," with an exclamation point.
So we'll see how the night goes. We'll see how the night goes.
Just like put a gif of somebody like a chef like mixing a salad in the chat if it happens, just so we all know.
Okay. I'll send you guys a code word for it.
Oh boy.
Wow, that's impressive. That's the one thing you don't do. Oh my God. Wait a second. Sean and Lewis both sent a gif of Morty from Rick and Morty licking the inside of a tunnel at the same exact time.
Oh gosh. Oh my God. This is why we love you guys.
This is why you need to join the Discord. It's free. The Discord is free. It's the shit talking lounge, which is what we talk during the podcast. Is what, $2 a month?
Little as $2 a month.
I mean, I'd pay $75 a month to get this kind of content.
You guys are hilarious, and it helps make the show. And we just had a discussion about this last night too, about the Discord.
Yeah,
and it definitely helps make the content.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, and I steal 95% of my jokes from the Discord. And
obviously,
because I'm not funny.
Funny. We've seen you.
Scott's actually an AI. He's actually not even a human being.
Yeah, I was created by Remy.
I gotta know what they're typing in the search bars to get these.
It's not like it can type in toss in the salad, or maybe it can. I'm gonna have to find this out now.
The dog licking the little donut, and Scott's like, "All right, guys, we gotta end this episode right
now." I mean, there is some toss the salad one. Oh, yep, there is.
There it is. Oh God.
Is that Bill Cosby? Oh my God.
It is Bill Cosby.
Remy with the Augustus Gloop with the chocolate on his face. Dane's like, this is enough gay stuff. I'm putting a woman sucking on a panda.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh my God.
So, wholesome Sandpiper vacation. Do you have a travel update for us?
Go to Sandals. We're gonna be live streaming there. Hopefully, as long as we don't get banned on TikTok.
Yes.
We'll be live streaming from Sandals. By we, I mean Scott and Rachel.
Well, and then you'll be live streaming at the same time.
Yeah, because I'm actually gonna be on a Virgin Voyages cruise during that time too. So maybe we can have a dual live stream.
Yeah.
Can we cross streams?
We can.
So I'll be the only one working, basically.
Sarah and I will be posting in our houses. Like, hey, what are you up to? Nothing. What are you up to? Nothing.
No, you guys will just be on your burner accounts liking the
yeah, we need you guys to help blow us up. So, basically, it's been very, very busy right now. So I'm very thankful for all my clients that have been booking trips for us, and I know I'm working on one with Classic Ryan again as well too.
Nice.
And if you want to book a vacation, we're here to help save you some money, save you that time and the stress that goes into it, because I've been very stressed, as my husband knows, the past few days. So reach out to us to book a vacation. Visit us at sandpipervacations.com. Tell them that the No New Friends podcast.
Okay, that's great and all, but what can you tell us about the huge announcement that came out, yesterday, 2 days ago, with Universal Studios announcing the names of the areas of the new Epic universe? Because that thing looks fantastic.
It, Scott.
I'm not as big of a Universal fan as Scott, so I don't get as excited when Universal news comes out.
You get excited when you book a vacation.
I do. I'm excited for them to go. So, Epic Universe. Universal has a brand new theme park coming out next summer. There's no official opening date, so hopefully it's not gonna be like Disney and push back 18 years. But
they're already doing test cycles. They're doing test cycles. They're pulling.
I've seen
staff.
all the videos all over TikTok and everything. So it's looking incredible. It's going to have some great areas, including more Harry Potter.
Because
Super Nintendo. Yeah, because why not? Because it's been amazing of what they've done with it.
And you've been in Super Nintendo in Hollywood.
At Hollywood's. It's really awesome there. I'm excited to see what they do in Florida with it because it's supposed to be like double the size, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to have the same ride that they have. It's going to have 3?
Yeah, it's going to have Mario Kart. It'll have the Yoshi Omni Mover, and then it's going to have the big Donkey Kong ride. Mm-hmm.
So Donkey Kong, I'm so excited about. I've been seeing some random videos of the coaster going around right now. It's pretty cool. So.
It's amazing. I've seen artists render it, like just I've seen like the plans, like the architectural plans for the coaster track, and it looks unbelievable.
Yeah. And then there's gonna be a Monsters Land, so Monsters theme, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
The How to Train Your Dragon as well too. Which other one am I missing? The hub. I don't know why I asked you. Yeah. I know everything about this. That's why I'm like, you're more excited about it than me. I'm excited, but
Celestial Park, I think, is what it's like Celestial or something. Yeah, that's the area. So, but it's not like your traditional entrance hub. Like Main Street doesn't have a ride or an attraction or whatever. This entrance hub is going to have a dueling roller coaster in it. A carousel like I've never seen a carousel before. It looks so fantastic.
Yeah, it's this whole industry, the travel industry that I've been in, it's been a really big learning curve for me as well too, of getting invited on these preview sailings of cruise ships. That I keep forgetting that there's a theme park coming too now.
Yeah.
And they usually open those up to travel agencies and influencers, TikTokers. So hopefully we'll have some new friends there by then too. Yeah. And we can test it out and show you guys how amazing it is and all the best tips and tricks.
Super excited about it. It's one of the most highly anticipated theme park openings probably ever, just because of all the technology that's going into this. We haven't had a new theme park in Orlando since Animal Kingdom, and that was what?
1999?
1999, I think. Yeah. Well, Islands of Adventure opened up in 99. So
97, 99, 2000, 2001.
Yeah. I don't know.
2001.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since we've had one. They're opening a theme park in Texas too.
I
saw that. It's so random.
Coming, but, it's called Racism World.
That's just Texas.
Just to say it. Yeah.
So Nick, I'm assuming that if someone wants to book an Orlando vacation, you can help them out to time it. Epic Universe. I'm sure the Helios Hotel.
Yeah, actually, I had a client today that she was planning to go to Universal in a couple months, and she actually decided she was going to postpone it until after this park opens. So reach out to us. I'm going to be doing more training on it as we get more information. This was literally the first news that we got from it too. So,
Alex, tell us real quick, what do you got coming up on DizHiz?
I wasn't prepared. So thank you, Scott. On DizHiz this week, we have Eric Allen from Sorcerers Radio, and he hosts a show, Sorcom Review. And he's on our episode this week going over the Germany Pavilion, which is a really fun episode. We had RJ on there as well. You may know him as your trials and tribulations guy on the field. And it was a fun episode. We talked about Germany Pavilion, how in-depth it is, detailed, how busy it is, and just how good the food is at Biergarten. So, yeah. Back to you, Scott.
Before we get to Cliff's Notes, Nick and I were on we're in the next video that's coming out on Big Beautiful Diz, starring Dane.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's a really fun.
I thought you were on a Patreon episode. It's an actual video?
Yeah, it's going to be an actual video.
Oh, wow.
It's a Universal versus Disney debate. And it was super fun.
We had a very big master debate. It was pretty awesome.
It was a master debate, and Nick was the moderator. Did a fantastic job hosting that episode. So I can't wait for that to come out. So make sure you follow Dane on Big Beautiful Diz. And then Remy, I knew we're not doing the shout outs, but Remy interviewed the voice of Lamb Chop. Or her daughter.
Me and my dog watched that. My dog was going fucking crazy. My dog loves Lamb Chop. We get our Lamb Chop.
Was
for
that
every,
when you and I were talking on the
every
phone?
Occasion. We give my dog a Lamb Chop. Okay, peeling back the curtain. I kid you not. My dog's favorite toy, we have 1,000 toys. Her favorite toys are the lamb chops. And the bigger the lamb chop, the better. My dog's 10 pounds. You get her one lamb chop the size of her. She loves ripping out the hearts, the squeakers. So anyway, I pull up Remy's interview of lamb chop, and my dog would not stop watching on my phone. And every time I move my phone, she'd like go and like look at the lamb chop. So Remy, thank you so much for dogs all around the world who really appreciated that.
Yeah, Mallory Lewis is her name. The daughter really cool. Of Sherry Lewis.
What a get. Yeah, what a get.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. And then Dane's got his documentary coming up, and I know he's super excited about that. I can't wait to see that.
I got a little sneak peek tonight. And
did you really?
I did. Ooh. I got a little sneak peek.
Okay.
The first couple minutes, and it's going to be good. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be good. And the sneak peek that I got me very, very excited for it, even more so than I already was. So
Dane, just put it in chat. Can I say it, Dane? Okay. Dane interviewed former head of Disney Imagineering, Bob Weiss.
Like one of the guys that were responsible for making MGM Studios.
Right, right.
It's insane.
If you don't know who Bob Weiss is, watch the Imagineering story on Disney Plus. Watch any of the parks documentaries, the behind the attractions. Bob Weiss is in it. Bob Weiss was, he's huge. He opened one of the foreign parks too, or overseas parks. I don't remember which one it is, but
you almost said Oriental. I'm pretty sure.
Shanghai. Yeah, you open up Shanghai, which is one of the most amazing Disney parks from what I've seen on the videos.
I got a little sneak peek of the Bob Weiss interview, and it is everything you'd expect it to be. The guy's amazing.
That's awesome. That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm so excited to watch this.
Yeah. Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff Notes way.
So, truth be told, this is actually true. I've actually forgot to open the document to write Cliff Notes tonight in the very beginning of the episode. I forgot that I did Cliff Notes. Almost like Scott forgetting he's approaching 50 years old and going on TikTok Live. It's like almost the same thing. Scott said he didn't know if we noticed that he comments on all the YouTube shorts that the No New Friends podcast account publishes. Yeah, Scott, I never noticed. I've also never noticed that Nick's gay. And I've also never noticed that you're out of breath for 10 minutes after you walk up the stairs after smoking your cigarette before No New Friends reacts. Oh, man, glad we're not live on anything for this one. Remy talked about how the word use was defined and how it is commonly used in urban areas, or as Scott calls them, any city that has a Martin Luther King Boulevard. Scott said that next week he'll be live streaming from Animal Kingdom. Knowing Scott's taste in ethnicity, I'm hoping he means the Disney park and not one of those places that Remy said people say use in.
Oh.
Nick talked about how there was a picture that was not hung in his house for months after being purchased. Now, I can assure you that is the only thing that isn't hung in your house, Nick. And that's a fact. Scott said he woke up in a panic when he woke up at 9 a.m. the other day. Same thing actually happened to me. I hate waking up early on a weekday. Scott then said that when he realized it wasn't 9 a.m., but it was 12:30 p.m., he went running downstairs, which leads me to the question, Scott, can you actually run, or is that just for the story?
I walked faster than normal.
So I'm just checking.
Swiftly. I crawled.
Nick rewards his daughter with things like going to the park or Chuck E. Cheese. This is actually the perfect model for Scott as well.
of a bitch. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. Scott said if you look at old videos of us on YouTube, he's wearing the same shirt a lot. When I watch them, I don't see any of the new clothes that I wear, but I do notice a lot of the new pounds that I wear now. And lastly, Ryan talked about how if Sarah got any darker, she wouldn't be allowed on the podcast, per Scott. Now, I actually beg to differ. Sarah, if you get any darker, Scott will only ask you to come on for every milestone episode that we have. And those are my clip notes.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day. The Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate that, as always. Now, you can connect with us on all of our social media. All of our links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Be sure to follow us on the YouTube and the TikTok. That's really going to help us out. If you listen to us on Spotify, Apple, or anywhere that takes reviews and ratings, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps push us out. We love it. We really appreciate it. On behalf of our producer, Alex, Game Master Ryan, Lord Remy, Abby, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.